Got that fiddle arm oiled up?
Then rubbed her down all night with goose grease. She's raring to go. How come you all taking a steamboat for this shindig, Miss Jeannie?
It's a picnic on Strawberry Island.
Where's your beau at?
He's meeting me at the landing.
Which one is it?
Mr. Stephen Foster.
That's all right. That's all right. Now for he beanie, that's all right.
I'm glad you approve, Uncle Joe.
When I'd rather listen to the man whistle than to hear mockingbird sing, that man's all right. Whoa.
Meet the Don River boat this evening, Uncle Joe.
Yes'm. Enjoy yourself.
I will.
Come on, Jane, you'll be late.
Alice, have you seen Stephen Foster?
No, I haven't, Jane. Tom, do you know where Stephen Foster is?
Well, he's not here yet.
Bye.
Why don't you come with us, Jane? And we'll look after you.
Yes, do come, Jane.
Well, that's right nice of both of you, but two's company. You'd better run along or you'll miss it yourself.
Come in, miss.
Can't you wait a little longer?
I'm sorry.
Well, go ahead then. I'm not coming.
Fast off, man.
Hello, Jane.
Do you happen to remember that we were going to Strawberry Island this morning?
Strawberry Island? Oh, of course I do. Come on, we'd better hurry.
Do you like to swim? There she goes.
Look, that's ridiculous. I came here at 9:30. I haven't been sitting here 5 minutes. It can't be more. Well, that's incredible. But it doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, Gene. Come on, I've got it.
Where are we going?
Piano. Just a moment. You mind?
Well, what are you...
I thought I had it, but it's not right. Thank you, my friend.
Go right ahead.
No, I'll try to forget it, and then it'll come to me just like that.
Sure, they do sometimes.
That ending isn't right yet.
You know, I think the Negroes would finish it like this.
Why, that's right. How did you know?
You forget I was brought up on Negro music.
I wish I'd been. As a boy in Pittsburgh, I heard just enough of it to want to hear more. I had a colored nurse, you know. Sometimes she'd take me down to their little church by the river. I heard Sweet Chariot, Roll Jordan, all the rest.
There's nothing like them, is there?
No. They have something all their own. It's music from the heart. From the heart of a simple people. That's why it moves you like it does. And by jingo, it's the only real American contribution to music. I wonder...
Wonder what?
Why no one's taken the trouble to write it down? To develop the material and compose original music in the same mood.
Well, why don't you, Stephen?
Why don't I? Well, why don't I?
You can, I'm sure. You have a wonderful feeling for it.
If I do, it'll be your fault. You'll have to take the blame for it. Because you'll be the music. You'll be all the songs I'll ever write. Without you, I don't think I could write them. I think they just... well, they just die.
Then we mustn't let them die.
Hello, Ed.
Hello, Stephen. Did you have a pleasant day?
Oh, wonderful. And you'll never know what this visit has meant to me.
And to us, Stephen. This was a lonely house until you came down here.
I have never been as happy in my life as I am right this minute.
May I guess why?
Not yet.
Very well. If anyone asks me, I don't know nothing. There's a letter for you over on the piano.
Thanks.
Yes, Abe?
It's for Mr. Stephen. Mr. Stephen, Dr. McDowell is calling. He say, can he see you alone?
Show him in.
Yes, Mom.
Jane's father to see you. My. Good luck, my dear.
Thanks. Hello, Dr. McDowell.
Mr. Foster, I've been informed that you took my daughter to a riverfront saloon this morning.
Yes, sir, I did. I'm sorry, I just didn't stop to think.
In Kentucky, Mr. Foster, we don't jeopardize a lady's reputation and say we didn't stop to think.
You're quite right, sir. I was looking for a piano. I had a tune in my head.
Do you completely lose your mind when you get a tune in your head?
It looks that way, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Dr. McDowell, I wouldn't be the means of harming your daughter's reputation for anything on this earth. You see, I love her very deeply, and I hope to marry her.
Just how do you propose to support a wife?
Well, I hope to write music, popular songs.
Mr. Foster, I came over here with the idea of chastising a man. I shan't waste my time on a fool.
This may be a dangerous thing for me to say under the circumstances, but music is not written by imbeciles, sir.
I'm not talking about writing it. I'm talking about trying to support my daughter and what you can sell it for.
I'll admit that's a problem.
The point I'm driving at, young man, is that you'll never be able to do it with a penny whistle.
Dr. McDowell, I wouldn't think of trying to marry your daughter unless I could take care of her. And if I can't do it with a penny whistle, I'll do it some other way.
Good. I'll hold you to that. You have one qualification as a son-in-law that appeals to me. A sense of humor. But you will need more than that to support a wife and the almost inevitable consequences. Good day, my boy.
So, you have forgotten your old music teacher, going to pass right by without a word.
No, to tell you the truth, I didn't know where I was. I was sort of...
I know. Wool gathering as usual. Come in, have a talk.
No, I don't dare, Henry. I just got back from Louisville, and the family's expecting me.
Tell me, how's your music going?
I've really got my feet on the ground at last, Henry. I know what I want to do. I may surprise you someday, you old knuckle rapper.
Nothing you would do in music would surprise me, Steve.
Thanks, Henry. I'll see you soon.
As you know, Stephen, your two brothers have been working since they left school. You alone have done nothing toward supporting yourself. And now, owing to my stupidity...
You were not stupid, William.
Mother, the fact remains that we were comfortably off before. And I was a fool to risk money at my age on a new venture. Well, now you understand the situation, Stephen. Stephen!
Yes, sir, of course. What is it?
Now, sell me down the river. He hasn't even been listening.
Why, I've been drinking in every word.
Well, drink in this. Morrison and I will help look after Father and Mother, but you're going to do your share, too.
We have a job for you, and you're going to work.
Work?
Look, he's actually turning pale.
Stop it, both of you. Stephen will be only too glad to do his share. Henry's made arrangements with a shipping firm in Cincinnati. It's a splendid position at $7 a week.
$7 a week? That's a temptation, but, no, thank you.
You won't take the job?
The answer is no.
You can't mean that.
I do mean it, Father. And here is why.
What's this?
Oh, Susanna?
Oh, what?
It's a song I've written, and it's surprisingly good.
Stephen, it's high time you stopped dreaming and came down to earth.
I'm sorry, Father, but I'd rather float away on wings of song.
I always know it. He's mad. Mad as a March hare.
You may be right, but it's a practical madness.
Practical?
I intend to make a great deal of money out of my ravings.
By selling songs?
Mother, you're going to get a pearl necklace. Father, you get a fine team of horses. And you boys...
Why, you imbecile, the world is full of starving musicians.
Why, if that thing was any good, you wouldn't know how to sell it.
Diamond necklace, Mother.
Did you hear your mother's question?
You like blacks or bays, Father? Oh. And I'll give you Cincinnati, big brother.
Where's Mr. Christie?
He's up front.
Come in.
Man out there wants to see you, sir.
What does he want?
Wants to sell you a song.
Throw him out.
Yes.
Hey, you can't go in there.
Say, what is this?
Mr. Christie, I just had to see you.
How dare you come in my dressing room? Remove yourself.
Shall I get the police?
Oh, I'll tend to this little matter. Again, I say, withdraw.
I've written a song that should sweep the country, and it's made to order for you, Mr. Christie.
You don't have to tell me that, young man. For 10 years, I've held audiences in the hollow of my hand. with any song I care to sing.
Well, then why not make your own songs famous?
I do not write songs.
Well, buy mine. Buy it outright. Put your own name on it. Take every cent it makes.
One song more or less is nothing in the life of V.P. Christie. A word with you, young man. Now, here's my thought. I am gifted. Does that allow me to become completely heartless? The world calls me an artist. Must I then ignore the struggling, one moment, please. In short, I will consider your little song. Have you a copy?
Right here.
$15.
$15?
Well, there's nothing here. Absolutely nothing. I'll have to put the Oscar Mazzoul in it.
Well, I wouldn't think of selling it for that.
Well, then keep it by all means. At least I've made a charitable gesture.
The gesture of a pickpocket.
I'm a patient man, so I will explain further to you, my poor young friend. Do you know that when I walk in the park, songwriters actually fall upon me from the trees? Some of them even offer me money to present the pitiful endeavors to an audience.
Well, how do they make a living?
The answer is brief and to the point. They don't.
I'll take the $15.
Right. 5, 15. Here you are, my friend, and good luck. Da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum, da-da-dum, da-dum-dum-da-da-dum, da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum, da-da-dum, da-dum-dum-dum.
Oh, I come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee. As I grind to Louisiana, my true love for to see. Oh, it rained so hard the day I left, the weather it was dry. The sun so hot I froze to death. Susanna, don't you cry, oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. I've come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee. Oh, I had a dream the other night when everything was still. I thought I saw Susanna, dear, coming down the hill. The buckwheat cake was in her mouth, the tear was in her eye. Says, eyes are coming from the south. Susanna, don't you cry, oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. I've come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. I've come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee.
Oscar.
Yes, sir?
Do me a favor.
What do you want?
Whistle something else. Anything else.
What's the matter with you? That's a dinger of a song. The band was playing it last Saturday at the Camptown races.
Supper's ready, Mr. Foster.
No, thanks. Not today. Some other time.
Are you going to stop sleeping, too? Your week was up Wednesday. Mr. Foster, this is gold. It's worth much more than...
It's a mere detail. Don't mention it. Don't mention it.
Mr. Foster!
Give me that much whiskey. I said whiskey.
That's what you'll get.
Rye or bourbon?
Suit yourself.
Nice little shot, brother. Did you bring a friend with you?
No.
What'll I do with the remains?
In the river.
Well, that's a pleasant way of going.
Gentlemen, gentlemen, a toast. A toast to the fair lady to whom I've dedicated my latest and greatest composition. I give you Susanna. Susanna! Ah, my young friend from Pittsburgh. I've been looking for you.
I've been looking for you, you thief.
Hey, you let me go.
There's a fellow out here wants to see you.
Who is it?
Christy, the big minstrel man.
Tell him I'm not in.
Oh, tell him yourself. He's paid your fine.
Give it back to him.
Hello. You got a good punch, you know it?
Not good enough. You can still talk.
But why? What did I ever do to you?
Gave me $15 for a song you knew would make a fortune.
Listen, my boy. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody can tell whether a song will hit or not. I paid $15 for an unknown song written by an unknown songwriter. It happened to go over big. Why blame me? As a matter of fact, I've been looking for you for 6 months. I think we ought to get together. You write songs, I sing them. Come on, let's get out of here. My boy, you were born under a lucky star. You are now the protege of E.P. Christie. Sunday morning, you'll shake the dust of Cincinnati from your feet as a member of Christie's world-renowned Ethiopian entertainers. Ah, my good man, here are 2 passes for Thursday matinee. Enjoy yourself and tell your friends. And speak about wives, Mr. Tambo. How is that darling wife of yours, Esmeralda?
Mr. Interlocutor, she had an accident.
Your wife had an accident? I'm sorry to hear it. Well, tell me what happened.
She was standing in the center of a railroad track.
Standing in the center of a railroad track? Well, that's too bad. What happened then?
And she wouldn't move.
She wouldn't move?
I looked up the track and there was a train reproaching.
A train doing what?
The train was reproaching.
No, my boy. It wasn't reproaching. You mean the train was approaching.
She wouldn't move.
She wouldn't move.
Everybody got excited.
Everybody got excited.
I got excited.
You got excited.
Engineer got excited.
Engineer got excited.
Engineer got so excited he rang the whistle and he blew the bell.
He did what?
He rang the whistle and he blew the bell.
No, you mean he blew the bell and rang the whistle? and tell me, then what happened?
Train hit my poor old wife.
Oh, the train hit your wife. Then what happened?
She moved.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will conclude this part of the entertainment with a brand new song sung here in Chicago for the first time on any stage by myself and company.
You Camptown ladies sing this song. Do-da, do-da. You Camptown racetrack 5 miles long. Oh, do-da day. I come down with my hat caved in. Do-da, do-da. I go back home with a pocket full of tin. Oh, do-da day. Wind to run all night, wind to run all day. I bet my money on the bobtail nag. Somebody bet on the bay. The long tail filly and the big black horse. Do-da, do-da. They fly the track and they both cut across. Oh, do-da day. The blind horse sticking in a big mud hole. Do-da, do-da. Can't touch bottom with a 10-foot pole. Oh, do-da day. Wind to run all night, wind to run all day. I bet my money on a bobtail nag. Somebody bet on the bay.
Fine opening, splendid audience, sir.
Chicago's always appreciated me, Wilson. Enter. Ah, there, my friend. The little song wasn't altogether bad. They seemed to like it.
Look, it's me, Stephen Forster. Come out of it, will you?
I fail to understand you.
Well, try to understand this. Camptown Races is a hit. It's my song. I wrote it. And I tell you again that this one is even better. Make it the first number of the Oleo.
Is that the number you played for me the other day?
Yes.
Then for the 50th time, I tell you it's mush.
Look, Christie, I know you gave me a job just to get my songs. That's all right. I want the public to hear them, but I want all of them sung, not just the ones with Oscar Missoula.
My boy, you're hipped on that song. Why, even I couldn't make them like it.
Well, then let me sing it.
Let you sing it. Let you sing it. If there's anything I hate in a man, it's an inflated ego. I shall try to forget that you ever uttered such bombastic nonsense.
Oleo on stage for the first number of the Oleo.
You sang Camptown Races magnificently, sir.
To you, to the audience, perhaps. But to me, the true artist is his own severest critic.
As you say, sir.
The strain of creating a new number has left me slightly,
Yes, sir, yes.
Wilson, I'm weary. Call me in time for my entrance.
Yes, sir. Mr. Christie.
Yes. What is it? Am I on?
No, not yet. Listen.
The darkies are gay.
You let him sing that song?
You said you did.
Well, why didn't you ask me?
Well, he came out of your dressing room.
Oh, I'll strangle him when he comes off.
And the meadows in the bloom, while the birds make music all the day. The young folks roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by, hard times comes a knocking at the door.
Get that double quartet out there and harmonize with it. Go on. And Bill, come here. Take up the Oleo. Hurry up. Take it up.
Home. Good night. Weep no more, my lady. Oh, weep no
will sing one song for the old Kentucky home. For the old Kentucky home.
By virtue of the power and authority vested in me as Justice of the Peace, and in accordance with the statutes of this state, I pronounce you husband and wife.
Curry you, curry a horse, keep down trouble with the stable boss. Is you married?
Yes, Uncle Joe.
Your pa's going to skin me alive, honey, but I don't care, just as long as you're happy.
Oh, we'll never forget what you've done for us. Never.
Shucks, I ain't done nothing, honey. Here's the tickets for the steamboat, Mr. Steve. I put your bags aboard, and here's the change from the money.
Oh, you keep it, Joe.
No, Mr. Stephen, thank you. But someday, just write me that song like you promised.
He won't forget. I'll see to that.
Goodbye, Uncle Joe.
Bye.
Goodbye, you old precious.
Goodbye, chillin'.
Still frightened?
Just breathless. When do we get to Pittsburgh?
10 o'clock in the morning. Guess where we're going after Pittsburgh? New York.
But doesn't that take a lot of money?
Did I forget to tell you, darling, that I'm a success?
I guess I forgot to ask.
Oh, well, I am, even beyond my own wildest dreams. I've made the banjo ring. Ring. Ring the banjo. That's the words I need. Ring. Ring the banjo. Darling, will you do something for me?
Why, I shouldn't be surprised.
Go up on deck and look at the moon for just 10 minutes, and I'll meet you up there.
Go alone?
Yeah, just for 10 minutes, darling. I've got the chorus to my new song, and I want to jot it down before I forget it.
Well, of course, Stephen.
All right, thanks, darling. I wonder if you'd do me a favor.
Something you want played?
Yes, this.
What is it?
It's a song I've just finished, and I'd like to hear it. Ask the boys to play it, and I'll buy them all a drink.
Well, we'll try.
I'll lead them. May I borrow your fiddle?
Go right ahead.
All right. I wonder if you'd use the banjos on this.
Buy you a drink. You know, I like that song so much, I'm going to wake up my wife and sing it for her.
Darling, I'm awfully sorry. I should be hit on the head and thrown overboard. I wanted to hear the new song, and one thing led to another. You know how it is.
Please go away. I like that. What is it?
I don't know. That is, it just came to me looking at the moonlight in your hair. Darling, can you ever forgive me?
Oh, how can I help myself?
I dream of Jeannie with the light brown hair, born like a vapor on the summer air. I see her tripping where the bright streams play, happy as the daisies that dance on her way. Many were the wild notes her merry voice would pour. Many were the blithe birds that warbled them o'er. I dream of Jeannie with the light brown hair, floating like a vapor on the soft summer air.
Stephen, one of your best. Very much.
Beautiful.
Oh, I enjoyed it so much. Henry, I was afraid you'd gone back to Pittsburgh. It's nice to see you.
Oh, you are going to see a lot of me from now on, Stephen. I'm opening a branch on 14th Street.
Oh, that's wonderful. The latch string is always out to you.
Thanks. I enjoyed this song very much.
Oh, that's just a little song I wrote for this girl of mine. I'm working on something really important now. I'll show it to you someday. Excuse me, darling.
What did he mean by something really important?
It's a suite for piano and string quartet. He's been working on it for some time.
A suite?
Don't you approve?
I don't know. Stephen can write American folk songs, but classical composition needs another sort of training. I don't want to see a first-class Stephen Foster turn into a 10th-rate Beethoven.
Good night. I had a very pleasant evening.
I had a lovely time.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night. Mrs. Foster, I have a very important question to ask you. Do you love your husband?
Now that you ask me, yes, I think I do.
Well, my dear, get ready to admire him. Because when the suite is performed, he'll be a very celebrated man. World famous.
Stephen, dear, don't you think you're just a little over-celebrated now?
Oh, now, darling, just a few drinks with my guests.
A few?
Don't worry. No more parties until the suite is finished.
Stephen, darling.
Yes?
I have a surprise for you, too. Of course, it isn't as wonderful as a suite, but then,
What is it?
I don't know, really. It might be a boy. On the other hand, it might be a girl.
You don't mean that. Why, Jeannie, Oh. What are we going to do for a nursery? And we'll have to have a nurse. You're not joking.
Of course I'm not.
Well, then you shouldn't be on your feet like this.
Oh, Stephen, stop. Poor Stephen. Fathers have such a dreadful time.
Yeah, I suppose after all, you're the one who should be upset.
Upset? Why? Don't you think it will make me happy to bear your son? And proud, too. Stephen Foster's son. I like the sound of that.
I hope I'm worthy of it.